To the surprise of many, Mauler once sat in the blue square of Season 3's final. Only 3 minutes separated him from the most cherished prize in robot combat. But something else stood in his way that very day.
Mauler hasn't had a chance to get going.
He's trying hard to get that weapon spinning, but Yeti is not allowing it.
Whoa!
Oh, he's spinning! He's flipped! Mauler has been flipped!
3 years on, and many heartbreaks later, Mauler will enter the box with the chance to begin Fight Night with a solid 2-0 start. But something tells me that won't be on his mind.
Nightmare! Needed to know that you belong here. It's your fucking nightmare.
Hi.
There's a lot more you're supposed to say.
Welcome back to BattleBots Reborn Cup.
Yeah, keep going. Who are we?
I'm Sam.
Yeah.
Who are you?
You don't remember who I am?
No.
I'm Nick,
He's Nick.
the Barangoat.
The Barangoat.
The person mainly behind this idea.
Yeah.
Of videos.
That's him.
This is going swimmingly.
It's great.
So what are we here for, Sam?
To watch BattleBots battle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep going.
This is the cue for Nick to take over.
Is it? Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to BattleBots Reborn Cup, where today we are on episode 6 as we continue to see bots fight for the second time in Fight Night rounds. And tonight's card is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's card.
Tonight we'll find out which war is the better war when Warhead takes on Warhawk.
Defending champion Bite Force looks to bounce back from an opening round defeat when he takes on Mo.
We have 2 big rematches tonight, the first of which revisits a controversial fight from Season 4, Death Star vs. Helichopper, Chapter 2.
And if that wasn't enough, another major rematch awaits in the main event when Yeti faces Mauler for the first time since the Season 3 final. For more on those 2 epic rematches, let's get the insight of our pit reporter, Captain Mintine.
Thank you, Sam and Nick. And these 2 rematches, I've been thinking about one of them for a long time, but I'm gonna, save that for the second half of this introduction here. The first one, Yeti and Mauler. Now, in previous seasons, Yeti has looked very strong. He won the championship the year that he beat Mauler in the finals, and it was a very one-sided matchup. But this new Mauler build, man, I don't know, it looks really dangerous. In its first fight, it did extraordinarily well, and I'm really looking forward to that Mauler build. But the new Yeti build, we haven't got to see much of it because it did go against the 2-time champion Waihachi, so, you always got to give it a chance. And the second match, it hits me very close to home. All I'm going to say is, Helichopper, you do what you got to do.
Thanks for that information, Cap. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these rematches especially, and I know a lot of people are going to have their eyes slightly off the main event to focus on the other one.
It's going to be super, super fun. I'm excited for you guys to see it, just as I'm excited to see it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, going into that, we're going to go into our first match of the night. We have Razor versus the Matador. It's early in the season, but how concerned are you over the Matador's poor start?
Fairly concerned. He hasn't looked very mobile. The flipper doesn't seem like it's getting opportunities to flip, and when it does, it doesn't seem very powerful, so this might be a rebuild year. He'll be hoping for some good luck, but who knows where it's going to come from.
And then on the other hand, how impressed are you with the new Razor?
Oh boy, it's got to be a 9 out of 10 rating right now because we got to remember the 2 qualifiers he's had so far, so that's put him at 3-0 for the season, and he has been looking like a completely new bot. I don't think anyone's going to recognize him with the way he's been performing so far. They'll be hoping to keep it going and really boost his chances of a tournament bid.
Well, let's go and see down the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, his ego is so big, he feels important when paying for valet service. It's Razor! In the blue square, you don't need to wear any red to piss him off and wind up dead. Off, 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 off with your head. It's the Matador!
Let the bot battle begin! Both of these bots eyeing an important win for the Fight Night rounds. Razor moving in early on. Still Razor trying to work the angles. The Matador with good defense. Kind of, not so much anymore. Razor's underneath, causing damage. There goes a piece of the flipper.
Matador doing his best, really, but now that one of his wheels is off the ground, couldn't really get away.
He's always had mobility issues by being a two-wheeled bot with the way it's designed, the Matador. He's also going up against a very good-looking Razor machine who's slipping through again, trying to get all the right angles, trying to get all the damage, and I think the flipper is completely busted.
Yeah, that's going to be it for the Matador at this point. It's going to be just a pushing and shoving match, and he can't really push and shove.
Can't tell if he's overcorrecting on some of these turns as well, but the Razor moving in again. Trying to concentrate on that right wheel. There it goes. There goes the wheel guard as if it matters. The wheel's already off.
Razor now gonna attempt to try and get the other wheel. Matador at least trying to save some decency into himself.
He's definitely in damage control mode, but it's not working out well. There goes the final wheel. And now Razor has got this fight in the bag. All he has to do is back away, but he's not really doing it.
He wants the kill.
He wants the knockout by damage and not by immobilization. And apparently they're going to let it go. The refs haven't stepped in. Razor hasn't stepped out. And the Matador can't step anywhere. They're counting him out now. And Razor is still grinding away. I don't know what exactly is happening, but either way, the fight has ended. Well, from start to finish, all Razor pretty much all of the time.
Yeah, the Matador from the get-go kept trying to like back away, redirect his driving. Didn't seem to work, and as soon as Razor got really a hold of him, it was the end.
That'll put Razor at 2-0, and of course he's 4-0 overall this season with the qualifiers. Do you think it's time for a decently good opponent in round 3?
Honestly, yeah. I'd love to see what would happen with somebody that's on the same level.
Razor moving up, the Matador moving down, and we're learning a lot more as the standings take shape.
Well, Razor did indeed show that he was pretty dang good.
He looks ready to make a statement in this tournament, and with another win under his belt, he is getting closer and closer to cementing a spot in the bracket rounds. I'm hoping, though, a little bit of a better opponent in the next round will really show us what he's made of.
It'll be interesting to see, for sure. But before we can see that, we have to go into the second fight of the night, which is free shipping versus Gruff. Now, Gruff's new build has contributed to unprecedented success lately.
Yep, he has only got 9 career fights. The first 2 were defeats. The last 7 were wins, including what he's done so far in this tournament. And I don't see a lot of weaknesses in this spot, despite the fact that there should be weaknesses. The weapon setup isn't the best. It's just a clamp and a flamethrower, but it's been working for him.
These bots are so similar that it may be tough to expose those weaknesses. What does free shipping, who's the underdog, might I add, need to do in order to win?
He's got to find some way, shape, or form to get underneath Gruff and unsettle him a little bit and make sure he can't use the flame, because one issue with flamethrowers would be that it's just coming out in one direction. So if you get underneath, then it's shooting up into the sky, not in your face. So that might help.
All right, well, let's go see the BattleBots.
Get set on fire.
Yeah, pretty much. Go ablaze.
Basically.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square. This bot brought you a gift. A Gary gin and tonic. But be careful, too many will give you a migraine. At least it came with free shipping! In the blue square, he's gonna huff and puff and blow your house down. And burn it too. It's Gruff!
Let the bot battle begin. Fire versus fire in the battle box. Wedge versus wedge in the battle box. Gruff getting his flame going early, but didn't really get a good attack like he has now. Free shipping backs out.
Free shipping kind of just trying to line himself up a little bit better. Not working the best against Gruff with good ground clearance. He did get underneath him there.
Yeah, he got a little bit of momentum. Now he's trying to bring the flame back. Gruff responds with more flame. Free shipping with the shove, but it doesn't work out for him. Gruff is underneath, and he loses that opportunity. These two very even so far. Free shipping getting flipped there for the mistake, but he rebounded very nicely.
Gruff kind of had a missed opportunity there by overshooting where he wanted to drive.
Look at the flame going back and forth between these two, just trying to cook each other at this point since they can't get underneath. They are so evenly strength. The power between them is even, but free shipping gets a flip. And Gruff might be stranded on his side. Is it going to be over just like that?
Free shipping trying to give some love taps, but it doesn't seem he's going to knock him over. I think this is it for Gruff.
Now he's giving him love taps with the fire. Gruff is not able to move. And what a surprise. Free shipping takes the knockout. Well, this matchup was very, very evenly matched, but free shipping was able to edge it with one good attack.
I had a feeling this fight was going to end with somebody on their side, and I guess I was right.
That ends Gruff's amazing winning streak. He had won 7 fights consecutively before this. Now he'll drop to 1-1 in the standings. Should he be too worried?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. That side functionality is something to be worried about now, though.
Free shipping might be giving other bots something to worry about. He is now 1-1.
Oh, I love it when this happens.
What, upsets or people pinned on their sides?
Both.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I'm glad you got both things to happen in one fight.
Yes.
2 for 1 special.
I'm sorry if the upset did upset people, but I mean, that's what it's called
Yeah.
for a reason.
Good win, though, for free shipping, keeping his hopes alive, and Gruff knows that he's not as invincible as the recent wins have taught him.
Rip to Gruff.
Yeah.
Going into the third match, we have Death Star versus Helichopper. For new viewers, explain why this match has so much weight attached to it.
Well, the Cup rules have a thing for Havoc glitches, where if you get 2 minutes or more into a fight, and a Havoc glitch stops the rest of the fight, it goes straight to the judge's decision. Well, that happened in Season 4 between these two bots after Death Star was taking a lot of punishment. Helichopper flipped over, the fight could not continue. We went to the judges, who extraordinarily gave it to Death Star on his resiliency, because you gotta judge off what you see. And it still stands as one of the most controversial fights ever on the channel, and it's finally gonna get its deserved rematch.
A lot has changed since then, though. Helichopper is more powerful, but Death Star might be more resilient. Which way do you think this is going to go?
I could easily go the same exact way. The biggest thing is whether or not Death Star can close Helichopper down so that he's not spinning. That's what he did a great job of a couple years ago, and he's going to need to do it again, because if Helichopper is more powerful, the damage will probably add up a little bit quicker. So Death Star has to be diligent, aggressive, and willing to take some punches to the face.
Well, let's see how this rematch goes. Down in the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's Robot fighting time! In the red square. He did it once, he'll do it again. You're a little nervous. Don't pretend. When you're ready, give up. Ring the bell end. It's Death Star! In the blue square. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Well, to some people, this bot wants it served with a brutal beatdown. It's Chopper!
Well, Cap, as Chopper stares Death Star down the battle box again, he's surely thinking about everything from last fight. Are there any lessons he needs to learn to not do again?
Nick, if you want to get my honest opinion here, and that's what I'm getting paid for, he's just got to kill him faster, kill him harder, and go full fucking throttle, baby. Let's go, Chopper. Come on.
Let the bot battle begin. Chapter 2 of one of the most controversial fights in channel history. Chopper with early damage early on Death Star. Death Star, though, he's got underneath. He's trying to work the angles. He lost another disc.
Yeah, if this is how fast he loses his weapons, this isn't going to look good for Death Star.
Not at all how the first fight went. He was a lot more resilient than he is so far this time around. Look at Chopper's speed. Third one's off. What has happened to Death Star? He can barely take a single hit, and he's weaponless in the opening 30 seconds. Well, here we are, poised as we expected it to be. This is the hole that Death Star was in when they met in Season 4. Chopper seems like he's a little bit more mobile as well. How does Death Star turn the tide of this fight? He's taking shot after shot. He's smoking a little bit.
Yeah, at this point in time, it's pretty much strategy, trying to not let that weapon spin up.
Even at a slow rotation, Chopper is still getting solid hits on that Death Star chassis like that one there. How long can Death Star last? It doesn't look long. And that's it! Chopper gets revenge, and it is oh so sweet for him. Well, a complete contrast to what we saw a couple of years ago. Death Star, on that occasion, lasted a long time. This time, he crumbled.
Yeah, literally the first hit on Death Star lost him a weapon. That kind of prefaced what the rest of the fight was going to be.
And then after that, we've seen him close bots down well, especially Chopper. Chopper wasn't having it. He was a lot more mobile this time.
Yeah, Chopper came in with a new strategy, a little updated this time, and Death Star just couldn't keep up with it.
It's a good rebound win for him after losing to Deep 6 in the first round. Both bots now 1-1.
Well, as far as rematches go, one side of this fight did indeed prove themselves this time.
And now it's one apiece, so I think you know what that means.
Third fight.
Third fight. We'll see how it happens in Season 7, but for now, it's a big win for Chopper. He's going to be feeling a lot better about his season. Death Star shouldn't be too upset because there's plenty of fighting left and he could still do something.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does indeed do something. I use the word interesting quite a lot in these. Make it a counter, guys.
Who wants to do that compilation? I'm too busy.
Anyways, going into the fourth fight of the night, we have Warhead versus Warhawk. Neither bot started the season how they would have hoped. Who looked better in defeat?
Gotta say Warhead looked better in defeat because he went with the not main weapon and managed to hold Ice Wave to just a split decision loss. That's not too bad for an experimental weapon design. And as for Warhawk, well, he kind of got bullied at times by Bloodsport, so he won't be too pleased with that.
Now, Warhawk isn't a slouch. It's a bot very capable of ruffling some feathers this season.
He's got all of the tools that could make him a good bot to fight against. He's got a good weapon. He's got low ground clearance. He's fairly quick. The invertibility is his biggest issue, but if he doesn't need it in all of his fights, then maybe he can come out of it and not worry too much.
Well, let's see if he doesn't have to worry down in the box.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, he's gonna scramble your brain worse than a Scrabble game. Count that double word. It's Warhead! In the blue square, he hunts and fights harder than the Sioux. Turn back now, because you're doomed. It's Warhawk!
Let the bot battle begin. Warhawk coming out really fast, but Warhead dodged it.
Warhawk much faster, though, than Warhead at this point in time, so it looks like Warhawk's going to be going directly for those arms as much as possible.
We've always prided Warhead's defense, but it's not looking good so far. Warhawk's underneath. Warhead getting pushed around decently, and Warhawk continues the pressure. A little piece of arm came off of Warhead as well. Hasn't been a good start for him, of course, this season, losing that split decision to Ice Wave, taking another big shot there.
Is this going to be it for Warhead?
He's able to self-right, but Warhawk is on top of his case again. He's not giving him any time to breathe. A very aggressive approach from Warhawk. So far, so good. Weapon matchup doesn't seem to be suiting Warhead the best. Something came off there in the corner. I didn't get a chance to see what it was. Warhead is having a very hard time. He needs to get those arms back to facing Warhawk so that he's got a wide front profile. Now he's trying to bring his tail into play and get a couple solid shots. More chunks flying off. More chunks. The left arm looks pretty badly damaged.
It seems, too, that even when Warhead is facing towards Warhawk and supposedly hitting him, it's not actually looking to do too much damage.
And Warhead is struggling, tipped on his side again. Warhawk lost his weapon. Now Warhead's flipped. Well, 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 how did Warhawk lose the weapon?
Yeah, it's quite an insane twist.
But now he's backing off. And Warhead struggling to self-right. This might end up being the end of the fight. The countdown begins on Warhead. He's trying everything. And everything is not good enough. Warhead is counted out. Warhawk wins. A very fast-paced fight, courtesy of Warhawk's very, very fast strategy. And Warhead could not handle it.
Yeah, at the very beginning, obviously, Warhawk had it in the bag. If towards the end Warhead had managed to stay upright when Warhawk lost his weapon, he might have been able to pull through and actually deal some more damage. But we can't think of what-ifs in these situations.
Perhaps that's a nod too to Warhawk's strategy. His whole idea was attack and break the arms, and eventually that helped Warhead be unable to self-right.
Yeah, it's quite a good strategy in that case, and it did work, so kudos to Warhawk.
Cap, that puts Warhead at 0-2 now. Should the alarm bells be ringing?
Nick, I think the alarm bells have to be ringing at this point. Warhead just seems to be very flimsy, you know, the arms and the weapon, they always seem to crumble in every fight it's in one way or another. And, you know, it's struggled to get up here, and it just looked very tired.
Well,
Did what he needed to.
did what he needed to, yeah.
Warhead didn't do what he needed to.
He did not.
Not looking good for Warhead at 0-2, so he's definitely going to be in must-win mode next time around. Warhawk, though, has eased some of the pressure on himself, and that does so many wonders.
Oh, for sure. It'll be nice, though, to see going ahead how will they do, how will they come back from this, possibly.
No one's truly out of it yet, even at 0-2. You're not done yet. You got to keep going.
Exactly. And us keeping the going. We have the 5th match of tonight, which is Black Ice versus Black Dragon. Who looked better in the opening round and why?
Well, both bots looked decent for different reasons. Black Dragon went up against a not-so-good-looking The Mandador, easily dispatched him. Black Ice did fairly well with a difficult situation against Chromefly, so I think it's hard to separate the two, to be honest.
Well, for these two bots in particular, this early matchup may be crucial.
That's true. When you're, once again, we've talked about this before, when you're fighting in the middle of the pack, wins against the bots that are going to be around you, massive. So both bots will know that, both bots will know it's a chance at 2-0 as well, and when you're going into 2-0, you're looking good. You're 2-0, I mean, of course you're going to be looking good.
Well, let's see which one of these bots are coming out 2-0 and which one's coming out a little butthurt.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to.
Somebody's going to be butthurt that their butt hurts.
Down to the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square.
Jesus Christ, it's cold in here. It's colder than Texas in January. It's
Black Ice! In the blue square, he hides in the shadows and preys on the weak. You'll be silenced before you can shriek. It's Black Dragon!
Let the bot battle begin. Early shot from Black Ice's cannon and another, and there's flame involved as well. Actually, there's pieces on the ground. Is that Black Dragon weaponry? I might be, as he's flipped as well.
Black Ice is
my
smoking
goodness.
at this point in time, though.
A lot happened in that early exchange. So Black Ice took 2 cannon shots. He's also smoking. Black Dragon used the flame a lot, and I think has suffered serious weapon damage. Can't tell because he's inverted at the moment.
Black Ice is using this opportunity, though, to try and get underneath him a little bit, but not quite enough to flip him back over.
This is almost giving Black Dragon a better opportunity to use the weapon because he can kind of ride up the side of Black Ice and bypass the need to win the ground clearance battle. He's getting shots every time he charges forward, but he's definitely not going to win any pushing battles as we see now. A lot of scuff marks forming on Black Ice's shell as well. Black Dragon gets flipped over.
And now we see why Black Ice wanted Black Dragon to stay flipped on his back.
Yeah, immediately it's control back into Black Dragon. Oh, did he take a shot from the spikes? He's been flipped again. Something set him off. Halfway point in this fight. Whoa, Black Ice is struggling now. He's been taking way too many hits. Every little shot Black Dragon has been landing has been counting.
And I think that's it.
It looks like it is. Black Dragon improves to 2-0. Most surprise with Black Dragon. Another victory for him. This one wasn't as convincing as the first, but he had to do it in a different way, and he showed great character doing it.
Yeah, even though he was flipped quite a few times, once he was back on his feet, he instantly showed the power in his bot, to be truthful.
Black Ice definitely struggled more when Black Dragon was inverted, but even at times when Black Dragon was on his wheels, he was getting shoved around a little bit. What went wrong mainly?
Truthfully, I think with Black Ice, it's just the way his bot is built. He has those very sturdy sides.
And Black Dragon picked him clean to improve his record of 2-0, and he is sitting pretty near the top.
Well, looks like Black Ice is the one that's butthurt.
Yeah, poor guy. He'll be okay, though. He'll figure it out.
Black Dragon did very good. Kudos to you.
He gave him fiery diarrhea. I think that's why his butt hurts.
Next fight is Lockjaw versus Endgame. There is similar concerns for both bots, despite opposite first round results.
Yeah, and the concern is that they can't get under their opponents and use their weapons, which not only did they not really get a chance, but if and when they did, it didn't look that good. So, big concerns for both machines going into this fight, and it's probably going to be a very important win in the grand scheme of things.
Well, we talked earlier about what it's like to be one of those floaters in the middle pack. Who has the best chance of breaking out and winning here?
Well, Lockjaw, despite a subpar performance in the first round win against Brutus, still has the win under his belt, and that says a lot. So, Endgame, especially looking bad in defeat against Death Star, I think Lockjaw's in a better position, and he will really want to take advantage of it. Just ease the pressure. Just tap it in. Happy Gilmore?
Tap it in.
Taparoo?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square. Lockjaw! In the blue square. 10, 9, 8, 7. Prepare to meet your maker in heaven. 6, 5, 4 and 3. Who do you think you are saying that to me? 2, 1, and then it's a 0. It's a shame you are without a hero in this Endgame!
Let the bot battle begin. Between two bots desperate for a good performance and a win.
Endgame looks positively huge.
Very much so, and it's already working wonders against Lockjaw. He pins him against the wall. Lockjaw trying to use those forks, and now it's sent him into a Havoc glitch. And another, Lockjaw, please, reset him. Okay, apparently he's good now. Gotta be careful with certain bot designs like this one.
Endgame using it to his benefit.
Yeah, I got Endgame off his case for a little bit just to have a unceremonious reset. Now he's trying to flip himself because he is inverted Lockjaw, but Endgame takes that opportunity to pin him in the corner. Lockjaw is seemingly out of sorts and a little unorganized right now. Oh, there goes a wheel off of Lockjaw. Somewhere in that exchange, it got popped off. Endgame getting the first bit of damage.
Going back for more. Same corner.
Lockjaw is struggling severely with his controls and with his drive. It's a complete opposite effect from what we saw against Brutus in the first fight, where he was well equipped, tactically sound.
There's another wheel.
What a shot, too, from Endgame. Lockjaw can still kind of drive. He's got one wheel on each side, albeit staggered. Albeit he can't get out of the corner. And Endgame moving in again to keep him in the corner.
Trying to get one of those other wheels. And
there
it goes.
It is. 3 for Endgame, 1 left. And at this point, Lockjaw may want to consider tapping out.
Almost got stuck on his side.
Still can't get out of the corner and is still messing with his arms. Now just like, it looks like Endgame's in the test box. Here we go to the opposite corner so that the other fans can see what's going on.
There goes
the fourth. Endgame finishing off Lockjaw in style. He makes up for that first round loss to Death Star. He'll move to 1-1, and he'll take Lockjaw with him. Well, very strange fight indeed for Lockjaw. Never really seemed comfortable in the box.
No, really, Lockjaw throughout the whole match was kind of too obsessed with his forks.
It probably would have been useful if he got him right because Endgame is a low-profile bot as well, but when you dilly-dally too much and you're facing a bot like Endgame, you're gonna get picked clean, and that's exactly what happened.
Kudos to Endgame, though. Took it like a champ, got rid of most of the wheels, and then the final one at the final call.
Endgame will be hoping it's a turning point in his season. Lockjaw will be hoping it's just a small blemish.
GG Endgame.
GG Endgame. Big response from the now real-life champion of BattleBots, so he'll be very pleased about that, but still a lot of work to do, I feel like, because Lockjaw was not right in that match. Something was up.
He was not. But again, we'll see how that goes in future matches. At this point in time, like you said earlier, they still have chances to go from where they're at.
Plenty of time. Get 2 wins, you're feeling pretty good.
Going into the 7th fight of the night, we have Bite Force versus Mo. It was a bad start to the season for the champ, but what positives can he take from the first round loss?
Well, take that trophy home, that wheel you took off of Tombstone. It's still Tombstone. Like, you can't really be ashamed about losing to him. He's a good bot. That being said, Bite Force didn't look the best, so he'll still be concerned, and he'll know with his back against the wall a little bit here, he needs to deliver.
On the flip side, we have Mo. He got his win, but it wasn't very pretty.
Yeah, he struggled a lot against the rookie Extinguisher, but managed to sneak out the win. Took some damage in the process, but at the end of the day, he still got the win, and he's been given a glorious opportunity to improve his resume, to improve his record against the defending champion. And if he can go 2-0 here, I wouldn't say he's locked in to the tournament, but you gotta think he's close.
So you think then that they need the win more than the other in this situation?
Not necessarily, because a loss against Bite Force would look okay on the resume, but Bite Force would need the win more because if you're going 0-2, you're in trouble now, because you might need weaker opponents to get the wins, but now you're going to lose the resume strength. So there's so many factors.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this results down in the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, 'tis the season to show you the reason. He and the nuts live in perfect cohesion. Prepare yourself for a smoky secretion from the king of the castle, Bite Force! In the blue square.
Sup, shawty? We're gonna make you look outdated. He's living now, and you're living in the 40s. This may be the show, but it's time to go. 'Cause here comes Mo!
Alright, Cap, this is a big matchup for both bots. Bigger for Bite Force because he's 0-1. Now, having just faced Tombstone, who's kind of similar to Mo, what should Bite Force look to change in his strategy going into this fight?
I think what Bite Force has to do here is he just has to zone Mo into like a fourth of the battle box here. I think he's got to get him into a corner, get his weapon stomped on a wall, and try to go after those wheels. You know, he's got to pluck them off one by one, try to cripple Mo's drive, and he's just got to stay aggressive throughout the fight and not let him get spun up.
Let the bot battle begin. Interested to see how the champ will respond after opening round defeat. He's got a not so easy task with the deadly Mo. Bite Force is smoking already. How has that happened already? What is wrong with this Bite Force?
Again, throughout this match, we can see just the size difference between the two bots. Mo is just gigantic, making Bite Force look tiny.
And he's doing a great job at clipping the chassis corners at Bite Force. He's very careful with these attacks, Mo. He knows who he's up against. Oh, what an attack that was from Mo with the spinorama.
Bite Force getting some little hits on Mo's wheels, though, every once in a while.
But Bite Force smoking heavily. How much life is left in the champ? He can't afford to go 0-2, surely. Mo with another big shot. Bite Force needs to react and do something. Mo has been playing this very well.
And there it goes.
That's it. Bite Force is finished. He is 0-2. Mo has taken a monumental win. Well, once again, the champ getting outdone by a horizontal spinner, and Mo made it look easy at times.
Yeah, Mo really did go in there, make it look easy. Bite Force tried his best. Best wasn't good enough.
Big concerns for the champ, who drops to 0-2, but Mo is looking great at 2-0. What contrasting stories.
Well, Mo kicked his ass.
Yeah, badly so. Bite Force is looking like a shadow of his former self. He looked like Aaron Rodgers in the first week of the NFL season.
That's not good.
It's not good. It's really bad.
We'll see how it continues to play out, I suppose.
This is the benefit about doing things in real time, because we can make real-time jokes. I'm never getting ahead again.
Going into what you've been waiting for, it's the main event of the night. We have Yeti versus Mauler. 3 years ago, Yeti beat Mauler in the title match. How did he do it, Nick?
He did it by being incredibly fast, aggressive, and being Yeti, because that's what Yeti is known for, and that's what won him the Season 3 title. Mauler could not handle the pace of that fight and succumbed to early defeat.
Well, fast forward 3 years to now, a lot has changed. Mauler has the size advantage, but Yeti might still have the speed.
He does, I think, still have the speed, and he still has the potential to win in the same exact way he did 3 years ago, by flipping Mauler over, who cannot self-right. So, as good as Mauler looks right now, this fight is still fairly evenly balanced, and this fight is still just as important as Season 3 was, I think.
Well, who you got winning?
Ooh, I'm gonna lean towards Mauler, and that's a risk because of the potential for the one-and-done hit that Yeti could provide. So, it's a toss-up, really.
Well, let's go toss up in the battle box.
Toss what?
I don't know.
It?
Is it like, yeah, it.
It is getting tossed.
It is getting tossed.
What the it is what you want it to be. Down to the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous but on the surface he looks like he's ready, cause he's a Season 3 champion.
Yeti! In the blue square.
Get this spotter U-hauler, because he's moving up in the standings. No, he's not the biggest baller, he's just Mauler!
An important win is the prize for these two bots, but only one of them can grab it. How bad do you want it? It's Yeti versus Mauler, and it's next. Let the main event begin. Here comes Yeti with another box rush, but Mauler's able to fend it off fairly well. Yeti's still coming at him. Yeti trying to get underneath Mauler and pin him on the wall. Mauler rocking very close. Oh, Mauler out of control a little bit.
Yeti kind of has the upper hand here because it looks like he's faster, a little more stronger in the approaches that he takes. Mauler, though, now rearing up to speed.
Big shot there. Yeti smoking.
And there goes his
Ow!
weapon.
Mauler turning the tide! Just when it seemed like Yeti was going to repeat what he did in the Season 3 final, Mauler comes right back and says, let me have your weapon. Oh, piece of Mauler broke off. Not sure how that happened, but that's a lifeline for Yeti.
Yeti looking to have some driving issues.
He's got to act fast and figure out a new game plan because his plan A, albeit it was looking good, it's probably not going to work out for him now without that weapon.
Using this moment to kind of hold Mauler in spot while he can.
Yeah, just delaying the clock a little bit. This is good aggression points as well and control. Mauler's got to get out of that corner, and he does. He gets another good shot on Yeti as the smoke continues to pour out.
Yeti just trying again and again. There goes his wheel, but he's just trying again. There's another one.
And Mauler with another great combination, and Yeti is drowning all of a sudden. The former champ facing an 0-2 start like the current champ. Mauler is looking very, very hungry for this win.
With a couple of more hits, Mauler will indeed be satisfied with the win.
And sure enough, Yeti getting the static shots now. Mauler senses that he's close to the revenge victory he so desperately craves. He's just got to find a way to finish off Yeti. Yeti trying to figure out a way to turn this fight around and maybe turn Mauler upside down. Still hanging around in that corner. Shot from the spikes! And a Havoc glitch! Mauler is flipped, they're gonna have to stop it. And I think that's gonna be the end, it's gonna go to the judges. Well, very strange turn of events in this fight. Yeti started off great, but it didn't last as long as he would have hoped.
Yeah, honestly, once Yeti lost the weapon, that signified his doom in the match. But with that Havoc glitch, it is going to the judges, so it'll be interesting to see how they score it and who it's going to go to.
For clarification for any new viewers, because the fight lasted longer than 2 minutes and a Havoc glitch prevented the fight from continuing, we will now have a judge's decision to determine the result. And it could go either way because Yeti did some good things.
It will be interesting to see how the judges decide. Like you said, Yeti did do good things. Mauler did handle part of the match, but we'll have to wait and see.
Something tells me the damage will be very telling, but we're going to go to the judges and find out. Did Mauler get the 2-0 start and revenge, or did Yeti salvage a win?
The results from the judges are in. Your winner, by unanimous decision, is... Mauler!
Awesome job, Mauler.
He did it. He pulled it out. Yeti, why did you try to get him to flip over in the corner there? You bastard. It wasn't going to work.
Sometimes people go in with a strategy and they think it's going to be good, and then, well...
Yeah, a lot of bots have suffered similar fate tonight, and once again, we're getting records there on the table, everything's getting updated, and we're starting to see some bots go in directions they probably don't want to be going in.
A lot of 0-2s.
They need to start working quick and figuring out how to win, or else they're going to get left behind. A lot of bots, too, in the 1-on-1 range, I feel like.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll see us again in 2 weeks for episode 7. It's going to be just as good, hopefully, as the rest of them have been going. Make sure you are turning on notifications. You can see the fight card the day before. You can see the intro for the video earlier on as well whenever I set those up. Subscribe to Patreon, maybe.
Yeah.
Please. Bonus content.
Because
Fight Card 8 is going to be Patreon exclusive. I'm letting you know now. I'm Nick.
Who am I, Nick?
I don't know.
Oh, alright.
Person.
Oh, right. I don't know who I am, because you guys haven't made me a nickname yet.
Wow. Look, I know I don't meet deadlines sometimes, but guys, this is ridiculous.
atrocious.
Good night.
Bye.